Thank you for joining us tonight in this beautiful BMO studio for a night of the theater. In trying times like these, the theater is very important, and I'm so grateful to you that you're going to come and join us for this vulnerable and important piece. It should run about 30 minutes if you can make it that long. Before we start, I do want to give some content warnings. You can expect that this piece will be stupid and pretty dumb. It'll be, crude and bawdy and ridiculous. So steel yourselves for that. Be ready to receive it in the spirit in which it is given.
We have some people who worked in the lab with us that we would like to thank. First, I would like to thank Erik, Pagan, our prop designer, our sound designer, Nicholas Atkinson. I would like to thank Charles Procure and George Konstantinov. I would also like to thank Pemberton Homes Property Management for providing us impromptu lab space when we needed it.
And Keith.
And Keith. How could I forget Keith? Thank you, Keith. You've been invaluable in the lab. All right.
Very well. Sit back, relax, and consider the Dongfish.
Presented by Standard Oil. And now, welcome your hosts, Professor Jimson and Dr. Johnson.
Jimson, have you been reproducing lately?
Johnson! A lady never tells.
That may be true, but reproduction is one of the building blocks of life.
And that is the topic of our episode today. Reproduction!
Every organism in the universe wants to pass on its genetic information through reproduction.
For some animals,
like humans,
this is done through sex between a male and a female of the species.
Now, children, I know some of you are probably uncomfortable talking about sex. But remember, feelings and emotion have no place in the scientific method.
Science is rational and objective. When Johnson and I started this show, our goal was to promote reason and logic to young people all over these 9 provinces and 3 territories, excluding Quebec.
So kids, if we start having feelings, what do?
Put them in a box, and then lock the box, and put it away! Now that we've bottled up our emotions, we can talk about how some creepy critters do some pretty strange things in order to have sex. Consider the dogfish.
When 2 male dongfish encounter each other, they go through a fascinating process. The smaller of the pair changes sex. It loses its testes and gains ovaries, so the 2 can reproduce.
That just goes to show that reproduction is everything.
Want to see this process in action, kids?
Yeah.
Then let's head on over to the marine biology lab.
Presented by Standard Oil!
Clam down, Horngus.
I am Clam Scrungle. I'm just trying to raise the water temperature in the tank. Blimithy.
May he rest in Pisces.
May he rest in Pisces. He told me that if the water temperature is raised, it helps the process.
The process is going great. I'm feeling girlier by the minute.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm like 20% girlier than I was yesterday.
Honey, that's great. Can I say that I'm proud?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, so if it's 20% a day, that means that in 4 days...
No, I don't like it when you can't just... I just feel like you are rushing me.
I'm sorry. I feel like I don't want to die.
Who said anything about dying?
Look, the white coats put Blimithy and Glimithy in the breeding tank together, and neither of them changed sex. And after 2 weeks, they disappeared and no one's seen them again.
I hear you. I just think that we could take dying off the table and talk about us, our relationship.
What is there to talk about? We're here, we're making it work.
Can I reopen the question about which one of us goes through
You are the smaller fish. The smaller fish always goes through the process.
Yeah, and if you were in here with Grobel, then Grobel would be the bigger fish.
I'm not big enough for you?
No, that's not what I said. The process makes me really uncomfortable.
Oh no, babe, are you getting bubbles in your swim bladder
No. I mean,
again?
I'm uncomfortable with it.
Huh. So you want to keep your testes?
No. I'm ambivalent on the testes.
I could imagine that you're a bigger fish. Like if I swim, I could pretend that you're Grobel.
I said leave Grobel out of this!
I'm sorry. Well, I'm trying to wrap my brain around. You want me to go through the process? Because I feel like you've already started and we would just be losing time. I don't know.
I just feel like you are so worried about the process. I feel like you don't care about me.
Oh, that's not true. I cared about you for a long time. Remember when we were in school together and you brought me that big chunk of krill? Well, look, when I saw the white coats scoop you up in their net, I knew that it was our chance to be together. That we'd be alone, and you'd go through the process, and we could become a pair bond, and maybe have a baby. And I knew the risks. I knew it might not work, but I wanted to try for you, so I swam into that net with you. So if anything, we're here because I care about you.
So then if you care about me, why do I have to change?
So that the white coats don't kill us!
I said leave the white coats out of this!
Fine! So we can have sex!
That's what I thought!
I want to have sex with you so bad!
You too?
Yeah! I always have!
Even if I don't lose my testes?
It's not about the testes. I don't care about your testes. I care about you.
That's the sweetest thing anyone has ever said to me, Horngus. Hold my fin. So, you'll still love me, even if I don't change?
I'll love you, even if the white coats vivisect us to examine our organs.
I feel a mating dance coming on.
Me too. I hear the music.
Would you look at that, Johnson? Another pair of Dongfish exhibiting atypical sexual behavior.
Indeed, Jimson. Fascinating. Take a note.
Look at them go!
Fascinating display.
Should we put them into tank A, Johnson?
No, I want to see if the pair bond lasts when we place them with the other atypical fish in tank B.
You always have the best ideas, Johnson.
I'm nothing without you, Jimson. I am worried about the show, though. Standard Oil will never let us air an episode with such sexually atypical fish.
It is really unfortunate. Science is just so full of marvels that humans are not yet ready to admire them. The fish, I mean, so open to what life brings.
You are anthropomorphizing them, Jimson.
Right you are, Johnson. All right. Activating suction 2.
How's the sound?
Looks all in order. Johnson,
There's my colleague.
I have a hypothesis. A hypothesis that I've been working on for quite some time.
In what field, Jimson?
Matters of the heart.
Cardiology.
Precisely.
Claire, what is your hypothesis?
Well, suppose that there are two subjects. Let us call them subject A and subject B. When these subjects are near to one another, both of them experience highly elevated heart rhythms compared to control, causing an excess of blood flow to the cheeks.
Blushing.
Precisely. Now, what would cause such a phenomenon?
Perhaps one of the subjects is emitting an aerosolized stimulant.
That is not my analysis of the situation, Johnson.
Then what could explain this elevated cardiac rhythm?
Well, I propose that the subjects are in love.
Possible. What leads you to such an assumption?
Well, subjects spend most of their time in each other's presence. Subject A reports thinking about subject B constantly. Subject B receives humorous videos from subject A, so must be thinking about them as well. Both have noticeably improved moods when they are together. Plus, they have excellent chemistry.
Jimson, chemistry is a completely different discipline.
My study is interdisciplinary, Johnson.
Very well, continue.
So, I propose that if these results could be substantiated, then subject A and subject B should begin a relationship. Perhaps subject B could move into subject A's apartment.
Jimson, I do not wish to compromise the blind nature of your study, but I must ask, who are your subjects?
Oh, you know them.
Oh,
Subject A is me,
you believe yourself to be in love.
and subject B is you.
Jimson! How do you know my cardiac rhythm?
I've been recording your heart rate for quite some time.
To ensure that I was not affected by the placebo effect. Excellent science. How do you propose we test this hypothesis?
Well, I have recorded your resting heart rate at 68 beats per minute and mine at 75 beats per minute. Holding hands is generally considered an appropriate level of intimacy for people who are in love. Perhaps we could hold hands and measure each other's pulses to see if there's a statistically significant increase.
A very reasonable test. Will 15 seconds suffice?
It should.
I have set the stopwatch. Hold my hand, Jimson. Your hypothesis is proven. I think that test was sufficient. Now, we must move on to discussing our next episode. We are going to be talking about extraterrestrial life, and we need to aim the transmitter. I suggest focusing on the Andromeda Galaxy.
Johnson! We have just discovered that we are in love. Surely we should talk about this.
What is there to talk about? We swore to uphold reason and logic and objectivity. Love is not objective, it is a feeling. And we put feelings in a box, and we lock the box, and we put it away. Put it away, Judson.
I don't think I can do that anymore, Johnson.
The relationship between us is impossible. You are my colleague.
You are my colleague, and that is exactly why I love you. Because you've never looked down on me, and you've never put me down. We do our best work when we are together. I don't want that to end when we leave the lab. I don't want it to end ever. I want us bound in each other's orbits like a binary star system until the heat death of the universe.
That would be agreeable.
You like my ideas? You think me some sort of genius.
You are a genius.
As are you. But women are not often allowed to be geniuses in science. From the start of my career, I have had to silence any part of myself that is emotional, that is vulnerable, so that men could take me seriously. But you always have. So now, I am asking you to take my feelings seriously too. I love you.
I fear that if a relationship between us were to become known, the scientific press would not see you as the partner that you are in our relationship. They would see me as the leader. This cannot be. I will not allow it.
Johnson. Angus.
Nora.
Who cares what the press has to say? If you care about me, that's all I want.
Replication is a major crisis in science. I think we should repeat our experiments. I think we should repeat them again and again. Every day for good analysis over time. And I think we should advance our studies. Move beyond holding hands, move to snuggling, cuddling, kissing, perhaps even sexual reproduction.
I think that is an excellent plan.
I love you. All it is to say. I love you. I love you.
Ibid!
With which text should we start our experiments?
How about all of them at once?
All right.
Hold on! Wait! Are the cameras in the lab still on?
It's the Jimson Johnson Science Hour, presented by Standard Oil. And now, welcome your hosts, Professor Jimson Johnson and Dr. Johnson Jimson.
Today, we're here to talk about life on other planets.
Our solar system is just a small part of the galaxy, and there are millions of galaxies in our universe. The conditions that allowed life on Earth to evolve are unique, but with so many planets, in so many systems, in so many galaxies, it seems like a mathematical certainty that there is alien life out there, somewhere.
The only question is, how can we reach out and make a connection with creatures that live thousands of light years away?
As we speak, this television program is being beamed into space and will travel along the mainland at the speed of light towards an exoplanet called Andromeda 20X5. We've also included other videos of people on Earth, of how we live and work and love.
The video accidentally captured in our lab of the moment we realized we were in love.
In 2.5 million years, it will arrive. And we just have to take it on faith that aliens will be there to receive that message.
And that they will be friendly.
That is the end of the transmission, Zorzox. Did you also register it on your neck dish?
My neck dish was operating at full capacity, Vorvox.
Excellent, excellent. Then let us bring up this Erathon, the hollow cube. Behold.
These puny humans do not realize what they have done. They have revealed their weaknesses and the location of their world. When we pass on this message to the bejeweled queen, she will assemble our fastest world eaters. Then, within this cycle, they will jump to hyperspeed and destroy all life on their precious earth.
But do we have to?
Vorvox, please. We are the Annihilators. It is our sacred duty to cleanse the universe of their organic life forms with our murder gems. Then, once all living beings are ash and the gems have been harvested, we will transform the empty husk into a breeding colony for our dread legions. Is your courage flagging, Vorvox? Then, let us sing our anthem! An annihilator never interrupts the anthem.
Zorzox, something is bothering me, Zorzox. Zorzox, did you see the part of the transmission about the two scientists, the pair that were in nerve?
Yes, I did. Their foolish message spells doom for their species.
Yeah, but it did seem kind of, I don't know, nice.
Nice, Vorvox?
To have someone to hold, to love, to trust, to devote your existence to.
We devote our existence to the gems and the holy destruction that they permit us to wreak.
Yeah, but we can't exactly go on a date with the gems.
You want to go on a date, Vorvox? These human messages have clearly warped your mind. Are you sure that the antivirus on your neck dish is calibrated? I, too, have been weary and wished for the comfort that I received when I was a larva. But that only furthers my devotion to the gems.
But what if we didn't have to be devoted to the gems? What if we could be devoted to each other?
But how would that be possible? Humans fall in love so that they can reproduce. But we annihilators are born from the spores planted on the burnt-out husks of worlds.
It is not about reproduction, Zorzox. It is about lurv, Zorzox. I want to lurv and be lurved. But who could lurv an annihilator when our every organ is a tool for destruction?
We have known each other a long time. You were my sole companion when we were stranded over the many cycles on the moon of Regula 4. And I have come to rely upon you since then. in our interstellar intelligence work. Could you not lurve me?
I will try.
Has it worked? Oh. I see that it has. Is it, painful? Should I try it?
I would like that very much.
So, what do I do?
First, you must gaze upon me with softness in your eyes. You must appreciate and adore my every quirk and foible. You must let my image fill your mind until there is no space for anything else, until I am as your sun and all your futures orbit around me. You must hope for me. When you have done all this, then you will have learned. Have you done so?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Zorzox, I do not want to kill and maim anymore.
Vorvox, I never much liked killing and maiming anyways. Let us be lurvers.
Hold my pseudopod, Zorzox. It has been used to smite 1,000,000 foes, but its touch is gentle.
Pleasant, Vorvox. I want you to touch my gem.
Zorzox, it is heresy to touch the gem of another. I do not even touch my own gem.
It was a passing notion. Think of me no further.
No, I want it.
Let's touch each other's gems to consecrate our lurve.
Perhaps we should not alert the World Eater fleet. I am thinking, perhaps we should allow the humans to live.
It is not for us to decide, Zorzox, the Bejeweled Queen.
We will not tell the Bejeweled Queen.
Our deception would surely be uncovered, Zorzox. They would surely find out, Zorzox. Oh, they would bring us before the tribunal of Wither and
We will
Death.
tell the tribunal what we have learned in our intelligence. That in all the cold darkness of the universe, only one thing warms, one thing lightens, one thing guides our way. Brighter than a star, more powerful than a supernova. It is Lurv. Vorvox. It is love that binds the universe together, Vorvox. Love is everything.